you know, father, things of that nature, mother. So let me see. Katie said if you are not good mentally, it can affect how you act with your family. Exactly. For some people, that can end up to where, people are in a domestic violence situation.
Yeah.
And it's sad that it gets to that point. For some people, they either do that or they just leave or they just crash out. It's so many things that people can do, you know, when they not make sure they good up here. But y'all let me know, how y'all feel about that. If you need me to repeat the question again, I will. But just to be on the safe side, I'll repeat it, which is how does your mental health affect your ability to support and care for your family? Like I said, we want to know. We're very curious about it. What you got to say
And
about it?
when you look at it, um, it can affect you really bad. It can play a part on a lot of things in your life if you're not careful. And sometimes it can make you react a certain way in your livelihood.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some family will be there for you. Then you have the one that's gonna talk about you. Then you have the one that's not gonna be there for you. Period.
Yeah. Everybody, family got that person that's like that. They're not gonna be there for you. Oh, did she put somewhere? No.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So another question I have is, have you ever felt torn between taking care of your mental health and fulfilling family responsibilities?
I've been torn.
Mm-hmm.
I have before.
Oh, I'll be right
I
back.
have been torn before with the situation like that. Even in my own family, I have been torn. It can cause a problem. And in one case, it did cause a problem. But it worked itself out. But it can cause a problem.
Mm-hmm. I have to move it out the
She
way.
said, Kitty said, I feel like all of us need therapy one way or the other. Another. If it's either going to see a therapist or you handling it on your own. We all go through things and we need an outlet to let it all out.
Mm-hmm. We all need an outlet. You know, ain't nothing better than having somebody you can go to, to vent, that you need a shoulder to cry on and call out for help. A lot of people feel scared and they be embarrassed or they, not trying to be a burden to some people. And I get that. I understand that. But it's like you do have people out here who truly love and care about you that just want to see you be great, make sure you're good, not only mentally, but just in life. They just want to make sure you're good.
The
Same
the,
thing with
old-
family.
the
Go ahead.
old way growing up taught a lot of us not to even go to therapy. They said that's something wrong with that, or seek any type of treatment. Oh, you shouldn't go there. That's for the weak and that's for the
Or people that's crazy.
that's crazy. But no, we all need it at some point. And we got to have that one person that's neutral on everything. They're not going to agree with everything you say. They're not going to disagree with everything you say. They're not going to sugarcoat anything that they may say. If you need somebody that's just straight down the doggone middle and it's going to really be honest and tell you the truth about a whole lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Katie said having that person that you can be vulnerable with is a blessing. Yeah.
Yeah. As the women say, someone you can come and talk and let your hair down.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning, I'm gonna let you know about some stuff that's going on with me.
Get that weight off your shoulder,
Yeah.
whatever you got, on your chest. It's an amazing feeling to let that all out. Keisha said, uh, it's great to be heard, but it's important to be understood and accepted. A lot of people feel like if they get it out, it will be okay. But in all honesty, we need to know our feelings are valid. Facts. You need to know that your feelings are valid. He said, "Get you a me." How about?
I wonder when you go pop in.
Oh, but yeah, you know, you. It's an amazing feeling to be heard and understood. You know, it feels great because it'll help you in so many ways that you can't even imagine. To where you're doing better in your life, to where you can even help your own family. You know, for people that's coming in, I know it's a little late and I know we're behind schedule because of traffic. But if you don't know what we talk about, the topic is, you know, which is more important, your mental health or family? Now, a point I wanted to bring up was stop letting your family make you think you're crazy for wanting and getting help.
You sit there and deal with that mental problem you want to. You don't want to seek help.
There, there's nothing wrong with you, you know, there's nothing wrong with you getting help.
Not nothing. Nothing.
But it's some family members that will try to make you feel like you're crazy or, you know, feel like, oh, you ain't going through nothing, or they hit you with that. Well, everybody going through something. We know that. But I'm trying to get help so I can be better.
Some of it don't. Some of it don't need no help. All you need is old school. But
That too.
Darren
Yeah, you're not crazy for wanting to get help.
said, people come to me because I keep it 1,000% real. I cut down trees with how I keep it real. I keep it real. Keep too real. Keep it too real. I got you.
Yeah.
And you have to be real with these folks, man. I mean, all honestly, you have to keep. It's time off all that sugarcoat stuff. That's what's wrong with a lot of people now. A lot of people have been fed a lot of sugar, and it's been coated. And when the truth come along, they don't want to hear that part.
Mhm. You can't baby people out here. I'm gonna tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear.
He said,
Go ahead.
piggybacking off of what your dad said, the older generation will tell you why you want to talk to a therapist. You can talk to me. It's not the same. No, it's not the
Yeah,
same
it's not the
because
same.
I can't talk to you. But if I want to talk to you, you're gonna start first thing come out your mouth. You're gonna try to implement it and interject some stuff that I ain't even finished explaining what I got going on. So I'm not gonna be able to talk to you anyway because you're gonna judge me, and then I'm not gonna really be able to talk to you anyway because you're gonna go back and try to tell everybody.
I was just about to say that. Cause you'll talk to them, and you know they love to say this. You know what goes on in this house, stay in this house, or whatever.
Oh, man.
But you call the family and start talking down on them, saying, "Look, I don't know what they doing this for. They talking about they depressed and blah blah blah. You ain't got nothing to be depressed about. No, no, no." It's like when people be saying, you know, even if you my age or younger than me, and it happens, people get depressed. You don't know what they going through. You don't know. Depression can hit at any age.
Any.
Darius said, family trips me out when they say they're here for me, but as soon as I speak on something, they turn a cheek. Ironic, right? Yeah.
And we're not talking about nobody family or down anybody family. We're just stuff that we have seen our own self and experienced our own self
That's been going on for years.
for years. You know, in certain situations, me personally, I feel like that old saying, what goes on in my house, in our house, stay in our house. Some of that stuff need to come outside the house.
Mm-hmm.
That's why a lot of unalive people going on. That's why a lot of this mental stuff is going on because nobody don't want to go out and get no help. Because come talk to me, like you said. No, I don't want to talk to you because every time I try to talk to you, you judgmental too much.
Mm-hmm.
Won't you just listen? Sometimes it's better just to listen.
Yeah. They judge you, then they dismiss, you know, how you feel, what you trying to express. Ain't nobody trying to hear that, bro.
Maybe I don't want you to say nothing. Maybe I just want you to listen because I need to get off my chest.
A lot of people don't want to do that. They listen to respond. Kitty said family has favorites and get mad when you talk about the person badly, about that person badly, but won't do that for you. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
They do have favorites, and they do get mad whenever you talk about that specific person. But it's not the same energy. They don't have your back, but they have that person back,
Mhm.
which is wild to me. But another point I was gonna bring up is, don't let your family make you feel bad for putting yourself first over their childish wants and needs.
No, don't let them make you feel bad. Well,
Mm-hmm.
but family play these roles sometimes to make you feel a certain way to try to get something out of you anyway.
Try to manipulate you. He said, "What's that saying? Hit dog will holler."
Yeah.
If anyone is doing bad, they would feel offended about what y'all are talking about. Yeah.
A hit dog will holler.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly how it is.
And they will holler.
Alea be
Loud.
Alea be saying that all the time. I hear her say it a lot. But yeah, man, don't ever, let them make you feel bad for putting yourself first.
And that's an old saying too, right there.
Because when it comes to family, some people be having these childish wants and needs and trying to use you and all that. And then when you don't agree with it or you tell them no, or you're not trying to take part in that, and it goes against what you believe in, all this stuff. Now they want to get mad and call you out your name and say all this crazy stuff. It's like, bro, what?
Never said. I want to speak on something right quick. My cousin joined the military, graduating, training soon. The entire family breaking their necks to go to his graduation. But when I went, nobody came. When I went overseas, they didn't even get excited that I came back. I didn't say much because of whatever reasons. I'm kind of an outcast. It hurts to see how hard they go for others. My cousin is still like a brother to me, but it would have been nice to know someone was proud of me. Yeah, I mean, you're right there, Darius, man, and you see that a lot in the families that you don't accomplish a lot of stuff, but somebody else they accomplish not even a part or half of what you've done, and they celebrate them more.
Mhm.
Going overseas and coming back home safely, that's a celebration within itself.
Yeah, a celebration and a blessing. Shoot, we proud of every single one of y'all. But yeah, that's a hurting feeling though.
Yeah.
I want to go where I'm celebrated, not tolerated.
Yeah.
But
I can tolerate a lot of stuff, but I ain't gonna sit back and just let you run over me now.
right, I'm going for that. Keisha said, "I feel genuine good people are usually the black sheeps of the family for one reason or another." Yeah, almost everybody I came across and encountered has said the same thing. You feel like an outcast. You the black sheep of the family. You different. You breaking these generational curses and things of that nature, and trying to be a better person. And whenever you do that, even when you're trying to seek, like I said before, when you're trying to get help and seek therapy or whatever, they love to say this: "Oh, you think you better than me?"
No, that's the old main word they love to use anyway. Oh, you just think you better than me? No, I don't think I'm better than you. I just decided to move on, not stay in that same position.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. Nothing. This ain't got nothing about being better than you. Nothing like that. I just decided to move on and stay out that old mess that you want to stay there. You can stay there. That's fine. That's what you want to do. You stay there. But I'm going somewhere else. You can talk about me all you want to. You can laugh at me all you want to. That's fine. But guess what? When I say my prayers and go sleep at night, I'm going to sleep.
Mm-hmm. I'll read that real quick.
I almost lost both arms. I was shot, blew up, etc. But I still came home. Felt like I went to the store and came back home. When in reality, I was gone for over a year.
Mm. And thank God you made it back home, bro.
with both of your arms.
With both your arms, man. That's boy. That's a scary feeling.
Yeah, because when you go overseas, even talking to a couple of my brothers that's been over there, that's a whole different look. That's a whole different outcome. You know, and you're younger than my brother, so they seen things that are a little bit different than what you probably seen, but it's the same thing. You know, could have lost your whole life, but you came back home. You could have got blew up, like you said, but you came back home with all your limbs and you still got your right mind. It's a lot that people don't see overseas like we see here, because it is different on that side of the world.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people think it ain't like it is here. No, you know what? It ain't like it is here. It's a lot worse. You just don't know about that part.
Mm-hmm. So,
and today is the first day of Men's Mental Health Month. Men go through so much in this world. I wouldn't be able to imagining as a woman. We do deal with a lot of stuff. I'm thinking I get some men on here and we just gonna talk about us. It ain't gonna be about no woman. It's gonna be about just us and what we deal with as men.
mm-hmm.
We process a lot of stuff, but that a lot of stuff we don't even say.
Yeah.
But we process it.
And a lot of us men, we like not shut down. Some do, or they just hold in what they got going on and lock it away. Don't ever bring it up. Some don't try to deal with it, or they deal with it in silence, and it's slowly, unaliving them on the inside. Man, it's a lot. Now we ain't saying women don't go through stuff. We know y'all do, but as men, boy, man, it's a lot we be going through. Keisha said, "I agree. It's terrifying raising a man, let alone a black man, in the world we are living in." Mm-hmm. Man, it's a lot behind that.
Yeah.
You want to read it?
And say it's a completely different world for men who put their lives on the line. I hold a lot. There's not much to talk about when you're judged for the bad instead of the good. Yes, that is true.
Mm-hmm.
That is true.
So, Keisha said that would be a great podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try to get it just some men. We just gonna talk. Just talk about what men deal with and what we see as men that a lot of times women don't really know what we feel and how we feel about certain things and what we deal with it. And we deal with stuff. Men are the type that we deal with stuff. We don't say a lot of stuff because we're trying to figure out how to deal with it and get it accomplished.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot that we deal with. It'd be hard too. He said, yes, that needs to be done. Just men talking about what is on your mind, and y'all can talk and vent to other men that knows how you feel, how y'all feel. Yeah. Cause that's, man, shoot. That's gonna be a good one. But it's like you said, it's a lot that we hold in and don't be talking about. And we just keep it to ourselves and we trying to figure out what it is we can do to fix it. But a question I got here is, can you truly take care of others if you're not mentally well yourself? And I know some people probably looking at that like, that's a no-brainer, but you got to think about it. Everybody don't think like you. Everybody is different. Some people may feel like, they can.
Mm-hmm.
Some feel like they can't. So that's why I asked that question. Darius said ADHD is equivalent to what a man's mind does on the daily. Yeah, pretty much. Keisha said different generations should be included, all different ages in life. Yeah, that's what we plan on getting. From the youngest one we can get to the oldest we can get. If you know somebody that would love to be a part of that,
matter of fact, speaking of that, and our other co-hosts when we be on the open mic night, Nia Cornelius, Mr. Know-It-All, who don't know it all, as he say, he has created a Discord for that too.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna get it in the back chat and stuff, and be talking about different stuff back there too. But we would love, even in the men that are in here, if you would like to be a part of that, let us know, because men, we have a voice just like everybody else do. We have a voice too.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ever get it twisted. We have a voice too. So
And it'd be difficult, like whenever we do express or talk about what it is we dealing with or whatever. Sometimes some people still won't understand it, even if we elaborate and tell you exactly what it is. It do be situations where they still don't understand like what it is we going through.
mm-hmm.
Katie said that's why I have a men only voice chat and chat on my Discord.
Why ain't let me know about that chat? Nah, I'm just joking. I like to be a part of that though, just to see what's going on.
But yeah, but me personally, as far as like, can you truly take care of yourself, of others if you're not mentally well yourself? Me, I don't think I can. I can attempt it. I tried it before, and sometimes I do end up succeeding, but at the same time, I kind of stopped doing it just because I can't help somebody too much if I'm over here hurting myself. You know, if I'm not
Make a
doing
mess.
yeah, I'm just a complete mess. Because technically, what you're doing is you pushing yourself to the side and what you going through in your mental state just to help people out. That doesn't mean you're a bad person. It's just, and I get it. A lot of people have big hearts and they want to look out for people and stuff like that. But you got to put yourself first.
It's almost like a drug addict or alcoholic or something like that. They, if they got delivered today from alcohol and drugs, they can't go back and help somebody the next day. You just got delivered. You're not strong enough for that shit. You got to wait. You got to wait.
Darius said, I can truthfully say, I cannot take care of someone when I can barely keep my head above water. Of course, I can swim, but I get tired. I'm still human at the end of the day. I have limits. Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. I can't help you if I can't help myself. She said, that's fire. Keisha said, I do. I've been able to help a lot of people, and honestly, it helps me a little. But in the end, I'm still struggling. Yeah.
Most strong people do.
Yeah. We tend to still do it and help, but you still be struggling at the end of the day. He said, if I'm not mentally well myself, I shut down and isolate, and I won't be a help to anyone. Mm-hmm. He said, I'll be drowning, and as soon as I put my head above the surface, ask if the next person is okay. Yeah. Here's another one for y'all. Have your family ever supported or hindered your mental health? Can you repeat it?
Have my family ever did what?
Have your family ever supported or hindered your mental health?
Both. They help and hinder.
Yeah, same.
And I would say this even with that there too. Not saying I don't love them, because I still love them. But if I ever be around like a family reunion or something, I know they be talking that BS stuff. I get away, because sometimes they will try to manipulate you mentally, and you have to be careful and be able to be to discern the difference between that kind of stuff. So you got to be careful with that.
Mm-hmm. He said, yes, my mother, LOL. Darius said, in all honesty, I got tired of helping. I'm burnt out. So I sincerely apologize if I've been dry with y'all lately. Nah, you good, bro. I just got a lot going on that requires some patience and action. Yeah,
Sometimes you have to take that break.
You gotta take that.
You gotta take that break, and sometimes you gotta take that break.
And for y'all Christians, You just gotta be still. Literally, just be still. Hindered terribly. Yeah. For us, we said both. For some people, it can be
Yeah.
one more than the other.
You have to water yourself before you can pour into anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
There's a boy, that's the one. I'm family cooked my college career because of that. I dropped out of university and community college because they had me on a pedestal for no real reason. She said, yes, my mother and sister. So I joined the army and went to culinary school. I refused to allow them to keep me down. And right that part right there, that last part of that sentence, I refuse to allow them to keep me down.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever you can make up your mind in that state of you refuse to let someone try to hold you down or keep you down or keep their foot on your neck, as y'all be saying, you will become a better person. And like I always say to a friend of mine, I always say this, even when we are talking, I always say this: be you. Take care of you first.
You gotta take care of you.
I don't care what this person said. I don't care what this pastor said. I don't care what this apostle said. I don't care what your mom and daddy said. Now you honor your mom and dad if they still live. You honor them, but you got when you get grown, you got to learn how to take care of yourself so you can be able to take care of them as they get older.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can't take care of yourself, then you really ain't no good. You got all this energy to take care of somebody else, but you have no energy to take care of you. And you are not going to be able to function well like you think you are.
For the people that just joined, welcome to Smooth Talk Podcast. Today's topic we talking about which is more important, your mental health or family.
Now I got Gordon Ramsay shaking in them long boots.
I can't with you, bro. But yeah, I've had family support and hindered my mental health, and like I said before, and I said in previous episodes, y'all know I deal with sickle cell, so it's been times where I'm like, bro, I'm going through it right now because dealing with sickle cell, it's a lot behind that to where it messes with you up here. It's not just a physical battle; it's a mental battle too, and an emotional battle. And yeah, man, it's really crazy. What that he said? He said my mom was the one and the only one who truly rode for me. She supported my passion for cooking. She let me do whatever I wanted in the kitchen, just as long as she ate. She was the most proud of me. Mm-hmm. It feels good to have your family support you to the fullest. Just want to see you be great, and they check in on you. Your mental health, see how you doing.
And my family, in a way, started with me having troubles in my mental health.
It can be like that. I'm glad y'all sharing this because you never know who's watching, who it may be helping.
And it was crazy. I met all these people on social media app that feel more like family than my actual family. Isn't that insane? But beautiful.
It be like that. You got random people that support you heavier and way more than your own family.
Your own family.
But
and that's something, and even including in business or businesses, you have strangers that will support you quicker than a family member will. Because it's sad to say, but it's still true to this very day. A lot of families don't want to see you get ahead of them. And then they get to talk, you think you better than me, like he said earlier. You think you better than me. No, I ain't sound better than you. Just because I have made a conscious decision or a choice that I want to do better. How am I better than you? I'm trying to be better than my own self. I ain't even thinking about you in that manner.
Shoot, it be situations where the family or, for some people, their parents don't want their kids to be better than them.
That's crazy. That's right. I never understood that. I never understood it to the very day. I still don't understand that. How you don't want your children to be better than you? Why you feel like you're in a competition with your own kids? I ain't in competition with him. I ain't in competition with my daughter. I always encourage them. Y'all be better than me. Be better than me and your mama.
We're
Be
gonna have,
better.
we gonna have a podcast episode about that. But yeah, like he always would tell us, be better than me.
He already better than me. He was doing this stuff. He just pulled me along on with this. He's better than me. Now when it comes to dancing, I might be a little something different. But
Now, now,
but he's better than me in so many different areas. My youngest daughter, she going back to school right now.
proud of you, sis.
Proud of her. My oldest daughter, she doing her thing. You know, she love to help folks. I learned from all three of them. When they share stuff with me, I learn from all that. Even when it look like I don't, but I do. I really do. And I interject it in my own life and into other people's lives too.
All right, he said over here shedding tears of gravy for my mashed potatoes. He said, very beautiful. My social media friends have become my lifelong family, and I love them to death. We love y'all too. He said, I know that's right. We appreciate it.
Even in this world of today.
He said, I bet y'all won't battle me 2v1. We can run it up. We're good.
That's how I'm just gonna look at it. I'm just gonna look at that comment right there.
Go ahead with you.
Okay. Let this age fool you.
Hey, he's still getting
all that. Okay, I could do all that crunk stuff, all that stuff I want to. But take it to the back to the street dancing. It's like get in trouble. But even on this topic, what's more important to your health and to your mental health or your family? What's more important, your mental health or your family? When I look at it and I ask the question about if your family is your family more important to how you feeling? And when you're down in the dumps and you feeling like they feel some days, do your family come get you like you went and got them? Are they there and available 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning like you was with them to talk? And don't let it get to the point when, especially when they start dating somebody and you something not to be even on the talk list for a while. But do they come get you when you need to talk at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, like you was with them at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning?
Man, what he said? He said, I got Jesus on my side, 2v2. Let's get it.
Then that still be 3 against 2.
He said, stare down. It's diabolical. LOL. Gary said, my mental health always comes first. If I'm not mentally stable, how could I even begin to be a part of the family? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm going to say this. Don't ever let your family invalidate or dismiss your mental health. Don't you ever let them do that. That goes for anybody that's watching this or that may see this. Don't let them dismiss your mental health or invalidate it. Kitty said, when it comes to support, I get less from my family than what I give to them. And it's sad it be like that.
And the crazy part about this too is that we can say all this stuff and somebody in the family will still take it the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I say to people, including my family, if you don't want the truth, don't even ask me.
Mm-hmm. Now, when I said about the dismiss or invalidate, and we've seen it or personally experienced, but we've seen it, I'm gonna use this as an example. A child comes up to you saying they depressed or they stressed or whatever emotion they feeling, and they be quick, the parent be quick to say, "Get out my face," or "You a child, you got no reason to be this thing." Stop doing that. Just stop doing that. You don't know what it is they feeling. You might be a cause of why they feeling that way. I know somebody probably just got mad for me saying that, but it is what it is.
It's okay. It's okay.
Now, another point I was gonna bring up is when they can't use you anymore, watch how they treat you.
Oh, yeah. That's always a thing, bro.
As soon as they don't have access to you and stuff like that, watch how quick they switch up. And
Always.
they treat you. And it'd be just like that too. Immediately. As soon as you say no or you're not trying to do what they tell you to do, so watch. He said, but I've always been an outsider and I speak out for myself, but it's okay though. And families, you got people, you have family members that will stand up for you. And there's some that don't know how to stand up for themselves. And that can help being a part of your mental health. Because they seeing that you struggling trying to express how you feel, or you don't know how to take up for yourself, so they help you out. Now, this question is, go ahead, you read that right quick.
My kid is about to be 5. This man legit came to me and said he wanted to be like me, but better than me. Me being me, I cried, but I locked in because now I feel like he's challenging me. His own.
Well, nephew getting on up there. But that's a good thing though. Y'all pushing each other to be great. And that's what it should be. Fathers and sons or fathers and daughters, mothers and
world of today.
Mother and daughter.
If I get something that's just a little bit better than somebody else, they have a problem with it.
Yeah, they always have a problem with it.
When they can't use you, they become ghosts. Yes, they do. Disappear on you. I mean, I see people that drive a car way better than mine. I was like, oh man. Sometimes especially if I see them at the store or somewhere, I'd be like, man, you got a nice car, man. I said, that's a nice ride. Yeah, man, appreciate it. I don't be hating them. If somebody got something nice, hey, I'm proud they've got something nice. I'm gonna hate on you for it. Because you driving a better car than I drive. You stay in a better place than I stay in. You got on better clothes than I have on. That don't bother me. I don't came through all that kind of stuff. And that stuff don't bother me. I'm happy that you got it. To be honest with you, some of this stuff and some of these cars that some of these folks have and clothes and shoes and stuff like that, houses, I don't even want that type of payment. Some of y'all paying $600-700 just to impress. That I ain't talking about no house payment. I'm talking about car payment. $600, $700, $800, $900 on the car payment. Just to impress, because you want to look good.
So
I could take a 2010 Honda Accord, keep it clean, just to put some factory Honda Accord wheels on it before mine got totaled. And they like mine better than they like their own car. Yeah. It's all depending on how you take care of stuff.
But back on this though, so what's some advice you would give to someone that's going through that situation of, what's important, their mental health or, their family?
Not just be straight up, look, take care of yourself first. Deal with you first. Deal with you and your inner you. Deal with your mental state. You got to talk to somebody, go talk to somebody. Don't let nobody tell you that you don't need to go talk to nobody. You need to talk to somebody, go talk to them. I would rather go talk to somebody versus you put me on some type of medicine. That's what the world's trying to get you to anyway. Anyway, it's trying to get you to take a whole bunch of medicine. As soon as you go in the doctor's office or whatever, dealing with something mentally, it might not be just fake mental like that. Maybe you just need to talk. First thing a lot of them want to do, hey, start taking this. Here, start taking that. This will help you. Why you just can't listen to me first?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I just need somebody to talk to. I can't talk to nobody else. And it's sad that, and even in some marriages, the husband and wife can't even talk to their spouse.
Mm-hmm.
They can't. That's the sad part about a marriage. You can't even talk to your spouse about certain things. You got to talk to somebody else about a lot of stuff that's going on in your life.
Linda said, yeah. Kitty said, take care of yourself first. I will be here no matter what. Yeah. Linda said, that's right. Keisha said, that's what happened with me. I came in, they talked to me for an hour and told me to come back the next day for medication. You barely asked me anything.
They don't have.
Then when they do give you the medication, that's going to cause more problems. Now you got to take more medication.
And everybody that's on here right now, you seeing this, your first time here, welcome. Let us know it's your first time here. But just by looking at that right there, here's a living example right there. The comment is still on the screen right now. They barely asked me anything.
Mm-hmm.
Ready to just put your medication.
Yep. That's sad.
But caused by for that whole hour, for an hour and a half. Well, let me see. She said they talked to me for an hour and told me to come back for a whole hour. I bet you that bill was high.
Oh yeah. What she said after that? She said, I just never went back. Hold on. She said, but it ruined my experience. I came prepared to say so much and was rushed through it and felt pushed aside and unheard.
Mm-hmm.
That's a hurting feeling, but
Yeah,
felt so broken. Yeah, that's a hurting feeling. Then you got the family making it worse.
Right down your throat.
Mm-hmm. So
you could have came and talked to me. And here's the thing. You could have came and talked to me, gave that money. Boom, that's what you wanted in the first place, that money.
Right.
No, I came to you to talk to you. You know what you told me? Man, I ain't got time today, man. Girl, I ain't got time today. All you got to do is just go home and just sit around and just talk. And for y'all Christian folks, let me say, I'm just going to say this and I'll be straight up honest with you. What I see here, I see it in the church. Don't make no difference. Because first thing a lot of people want to say, you should go and talk to the Lord about it. Yeah, that's why the Lord put other people there in place to come help too. Yeah, prayer is good. Don't get it twisted. Yes, it is. And I would never negate that. Prayer is good. But you also need somebody to talk to too.
Mm-hmm. And it's funny because that's what a lot of family members will say too. Oh, you just talk to God, or I'm praying for you. There's nothing wrong with praying for them, but just listen and hear them out. Just sit there and listen.
They're quick to say that, but then
when it happened to them,
you give them the same advice they gave you. You trying to be funny, but then you just tell me that.
Right.
A lot of doctors and hospitals just don't care anymore. They just want the money.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, my mom was waiting to say it. So did you find out how crazy you were?
To say something like that is insane. And you just made it worse. Then they wonder why you don't come around. They wonder why you don't talk to them.
You sure you're not crazy? You should go back like it was a joke.
That's another thing too. Family members, friends too, but mainly family members. Stop doing that. Stop trying to, once it goes back to dismissing and invalidating, your family member and stuff like that, and dismissing their mental health and trying to play it off as a joke.
Derek said, I got to head out, guys. Baby boy ready to go to the trampoline park. Catch y'all later. Man, go
All
enjoy
right,
the time, bro. Appreciate your time and support.
For real. Tell nephew I say what's up. But y'all be safe out there. Now, a question I have is, what do you think your family would want for you? To be mentally healthy or to always prioritize them?
Yeah, just depending on which side of the family you be talking about. Someone wants you to prioritize them.
Hmm. I definitely feel you on that. Katie said, and sometimes family use money for power and manipulation tactic. Yeah. Linda said, true.
For Derek.
Katie said, yeah. He said, that's why I am the way I am. I do everything I can to create a safe space for everyone. That's why I get offended when people question my intentions because you don't know. You don't know the hell I've been through that made me this way. Exactly. They don't be knowing. It depends on the family. Yeah, I agree. I agree to that. Because there is times where people will want you to prioritize them. And I know, and this is for people that end up, being married and stuff like that. 'Cause then you have your own family. And I get that. There's sometimes where, your husband or your wife or whatever will want you to the kids too, but they will want you to prioritize them first over their health. And there's some marriages, families that will want you to be, mentally healthy. And they do it as a team. They come together and help you. At least that's something I would want for me and anybody else. If I'm going through something mentally, and it'd be the same thing, vice versa for, my wife if I end up getting married. But to where if I am going through something, it's a team effort. We all coming together, and that's what build that relationship and that family, make it strong. If I'm not good up here, I can't do much for the family. I'm just keeping it real. What's up, Donna? But another thing I was going to bring up is, teach your kids about mental health and how to handle being put in the situation of what comes first, their mental health or the family. You got to teach your kids this.
Just try to stay away from mentally, emotionally vampire family.
Mm-hmm. When you prioritize your family, even if it's your creative family of your own kids, it's hard. You aren't like you aren't your best self. You're sitting there wishing you could be better because they deserve the best version of you. Yeah, Linda said that's right. Man, you have to teach your kids this stuff, about mental health, how to deal with their emotions.
Teaching your kids early on is something that's very important.
It'll go a long way.
You can't wait until they up in age to try to teach them stuff then, because they might not get it at that point. But if you start teaching them now, start putting the stuff in there now, like talking to them, especially because a lot of kids, they're smart now. At a young age, they're smart. And best thing you can do is just start teaching them now. Start teaching them different things, and still stuff in them like at this age they're at now, as far as like doing chores and reading more now, because you got clear for education, you got to get this education for real now. Reading and how to take care of themselves and be watchful and not to be disrespectful, because most people looking at you, if your child is disrespectful, they looking at you like, if your child is disrespectful, you must be disrespectful, and you may not even be disrespectful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got to teach them that their emotions are valid, and teach them that even your own family would do you dirty.
Yeah.
You know, I get it. You can't shelter them all their life, and you know they're gonna have to go through some stuff. That's just how the world is. But they'll be prepared for it, or at least you preparing them for it. You know, so that way, if it does happen, they know how to handle it. They know what's going on and stuff like that. And if they don't know, they can come to you.
Yep.
So,
Kids said, and kids learn a lot from parents, including how to love someone and to love themselves. Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah.
Like I said, they
Definitely
definitely do. Yeah. Now, here's another one. It's okay to distance yourself from them and love them from a distance while still being there for the family when it's needed. That is perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with distancing yourself from the family and loving them from a distance. But you can still be there, you know, when it's needed. There's situations where people feel like either they be too scared to distance themselves from the family, or they worrying about what this cousin gonna say, what this aunt or uncle or brother, sister, whatever. They be scared of that sometimes, and some people don't realize like it's okay to distance yourself from them. You still love them. It's just from a distance. You can't deal with them like that, and that's perfectly fine.
I'm gonna give you some old advice from a 92-year-old woman. That's my mama. And she taught us early on in life. Stop worrying about things you have no control over.
Hmm.
That includes people.
And I'm gonna say this, to piggyback off that, stop trying to make it your business to figure out what they said about you.
Nothing at all.
Because you just gonna stress yourself out trying to figure out what they were saying about you, and this, that, and third, or trying to see if they are talking about you. God gonna deal with them. If it wasn't said in front of you, don't worry about trying to figure it out.
That's right.
What's done in the dark comes to the light.
It says sometimes distance is what is needed. We don't have to be the closest. No.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even have to be around them like that. I could love, as they always say, I could love you from a distance.
Mm-hmm. What did I say?
What about your own well-being? Sometimes you just can't.
Yeah. Shoot.
Sometimes you can't.
Yeah, sometimes you can't.
On your own well-being. That's when you go back and sit back and you regroup. Look back over some things, even though if you got to look back over your life to see what a problem is, I'm glad I said it to my own self. Sometimes what we don't do is we don't look back and figure out where the problem started within our own self, because we are not perfect and we start some mess sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll blame it. Not saying nobody here or anybody, but people will blame somebody else for something. When you look back, you be like, "Oh, man, I did start that argument. I didn't." But see, you won't say that. Your well-being is so vital, because if you're not together, your health can fail at the same time too.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of experts that talk about this stuff on YouTube and stuff. I can go pull it up on YouTube and play a lot of experts that talk about stuff like this. Sometimes when we're on here and we talk about certain topics, sometimes it's just plain talk. It's none of the educational stuff. It's just plain talk that we see and experience our own self.
Mm-hmm.
I got too old to be scared of my family. She said a lot of prayer, self-reflection, and meditation works wonders on our mental health. Yes, it do. Sitting outside, just watching the clouds, no music, no nothing, sometimes helps out. Turning the TV off sometimes helps out. And then turning the TV on and watch something that's funny helps out. Just like I watch videos that are funny sometimes, it helps out. I listen to certain music, it helps out. I got friends and I got my brother that we talk. Now, I'm gonna say this, and He said he gonna come over here one day. My brother Big Lee. And I'm gonna be straight up honest with you. If you don't want to know no type of truth, you better not ask him nothing.
Don't do it to yourself.
Because he's not gonna sugarcoat nothing. It's just like, and he just like my brother that passed away. My brother said, I'm gonna tell you the truth, I ain't gonna sugarcoat, I ain't gonna lie to you. And I don't even care if you don't never ever speak to me again. Blood brother said that. Lead the same way. And he told me that one time. He said, bro, I don't care. He said, you ain't gonna never ever speak to me again, but I'm gonna give you this truth. And see, that's what we don't want. We don't want the truth. The truth, not only to set you free, but the truth is to help you pull you out some mess that you're in within your own self that you don't want to come out of.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they say the truth hurt, because it do hurt, because it shows you you.
Yeah. I said, yes, Lord. He said we have to build our emotional intelligence to understand what we are feeling and to work through them. Yeah. You gotta build, you gotta build that. You gotta build it up.
Yeah.
When you're emotionally intelligent, it's like you become unstoppable. You still gonna go through stuff. You still gonna hurt and all that. That's just reality. But then when you get used to it and you love yourself and your mind is right, man, you feel unstoppable. Can't nothing just really hit you for real. Now I got one last question, which is it selfish to put your mental health before your family?
Nope.
Yeah, that's straight up. Nope. That is not selfish.
I gotta take care of myself.
That is not selfish. Straight up. Yeah. Leave. Oh, yeah.
But y'all, we appreciate all of y'all that comes on and share your comments, share your thoughts, because you never know who may watch this, or you never know who's even listening. We're here on Facebook, we're here on this Be Smooth page too, and we're here on YouTube, both channels on YouTube.
We're trying to get it to every platform.
Yeah, not selfish at all.
Yeah, it's not. It's not selfish.
And we're trying to broaden out the platform and stuff. We're working on another platform. Just like here, the platform we're on now, we're working on another one too.
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, you can have 12 people on that one too. So it's like 10 here, you can have 12 on that one. But we're here we're talking about stuff that we see ourselves. We're not a large platform like you see a lot of them, but we encourage you to come and sit in and listen and share your thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we may have the people in here, y'all can't see it, but I can see it. And sometimes we may not have no more than 10, but that's fine. Because we're not trying to have it to get all the clicks and views and stuff like that. We're just here talking and sharing even some of our own personal stories. And we'll let you know if it's our own personal story. But that's what we're here to do. And we greatly appreciate each and every one of you. We try to say that every time we're on.
Donna said, how can you help someone else if you're not together? You can't.
You could put up a front like you together.
Yeah.
You can't.
Like you said, you can put up a front and you may succeed with helping them. But you hurting on the inside. And it slowly just unaliving yourself from the inside. You just slowly losing grip, on your mental state. You don't want to get too bad to where you end up crashing out, or worse, or you taking it out on your family or taking it out on yourself. So it's difficult trying to do that. If you're going through something and, people need help or whatever the case may be, or, your own family need help, depending on what it is. Be straight up with them. Hey, I love you, fam, but I'm going through something right now. Don't be scared to reach out to, therapy or whoever you trust. It's a good person to be around. Get the help. But yeah, whenever you tell your own family members, like, hey, I'm going through something, I can't help you right now. I'm here with you. I want to help you, but I'm trying to get right. Watch how quick some of them switch. Some will understand, some will be like, you know, like, hey, man, I knew he was going through something too. Like, I'm here with you. Let's figure this out together. Let's come together and fix what's going on with the both of us. And that's how it should be. That open communication, build that bond. That's how it is with me and my dad. If I'm going through something and all that, and he might need my help or whatever, I'm going through it. Or I just tell him straight up, like, Dad, I'm hurting, man. I'm losing my grip. And it's the same thing with him. If he going through something, he'll tell me. But we appreciate y'all coming through. Like I said,
like Home do part.
like I said, we appreciate y'all for coming through, sharing your thoughts and, your stories and personal experience. We can't thank y'all enough. Like I said before, I know we was a little late. That's because traffic, so we're a little behind schedule. But I'm gonna say some more stuff in a sec. But tell me what you got coming up.
Well, we'll be on in probably about the next 15 minutes. We'll be online. We'll talk conversation, and we're gonna talk about be who you are. Just be who you are. I do have my a little merch out now. My little slogan, that I use. It doesn't matter to you until it affects you. And that's so true. I live by it too. Live by it because I try to be effective before it even if it do come my way to affect me personally. But because now in this world that we are in now, we see how these young people are right now that's going through in this world. So if you're not doing nothing, y'all go grab a sandwich and drink, nap, as the old folks would say. Come on back, probably about 6:30 maybe, somewhere in there, and come on back. We're trying to put this thing together with the men, so the men come on and talk. We all sit down like one big family. I am involved in a business too. I am involved in the business. You like to know more about it? You just DM me. I'm gonna start putting a link in the chat too, so you can go back and click the link and stuff like that. It's to help. It's to help. It ain't too. It's not a scam. Let me put it that way. And we know it's a lot of scams out there, but this is not a scam. It's really to help you along the way. And there's nothing that's free in this world. You hear people. That's how they get you. Give it. Oh, you come in. This is free. It's free. That's how they get you. There's nothing free. If you got to pay for water and air now, that lets you know there's nothing free. But we are so trapped in these mindsets that don't nobody want to come in and man, don't nobody want that business. But when you see a business starting to take off, then now you want to say something. Be like, hey man, tell me about the business, how much it costs, and all this right there. But if you wanna know more about it, just hit me up. Me and my man Steve. Matter of fact, we will be on. I won't be able to make the meeting tomorrow because I got to work tomorrow. But I'm gonna hit him up later and see. But if you want to know more about it, just hit me up. And because we got a meeting tonight, so on a Zoom meeting, so I'll be on that tonight. Hopefully, if that's still going on tonight, and if we can invite some people, I would love to invite some of you all to sit in on a Zoom meeting and listen to some great people. I mean, some great people. Say I wish family was more understanding, but unfortunately, they're not. But I always say, they are human at the end of the day, and they have flaws too. Said Dick Merrick, yeah. And she said, need the link to the merchandise. Just hit me up with the size, because I'm keeping this stuff in the family. I'm keeping this stuff. I'm keeping this stuff in the family, y'all. I'm helping family. My niece, matter of fact, my niece is doing this stuff. We're not trying to be all this fancy stuff, but my niece is doing this stuff. I'm keeping it in the family. When I brought this to my niece, I said, "Can you make this?" She said, "Yeah." I said, "It don't have to be nothing fancy. Just my saying." A lot of times we try to be fancy. Sometimes it ain't about being fancy. So if you're really about fancy, that means you're about show. But my niece is doing some stuff for me right now. Just hit me up if you like to get the merch right now. And not only that helps out her business too. It helps out with her business, which we still got to do that about the entrepreneurs and everything. Just a lot been going on right now. And so I got to get with my man Leon, go down to the Holler Center, have an interview with him. I got to get with my man Lorenzo Steele. He gonna talk about Rikers Island. He was a correction officer, y'all. That's gonna be great. He'll probably do that down there so he can show you the bus that he transformed a bus into like what a prison cell looked like. Y'all gotta see that. Y'all gotta see that. And we're gonna have a setup down there. And what I probably do is probably have one of my tablet where he can go inside the bus when he got to move the computer. And that's gonna be awesome. But yeah, y'all check it out. You want to know more about it? I see the information. I see that I send the information to you. It's to help to build a future. Son already said he's gonna come aboard. I have asked some other family members, man, cuz that's some BS right there. Okay, cool. I'm not here to argue with you. That's what you think. That's fine. But it's been people on the outside more than the people on the inside. Mm-hmm. And that's fine. That's fine.
But like I said, it's a lot. It's a lot we got coming up. As far as like what I got coming up next week, most likely we'll probably do another episode next week.
No, I got to do the next week. I'll be unless we do it later.
Yeah,
it'll be him.
Yeah,
if we do one. Got past the anniversary going on. So
that is right.
I'm always busy. I'm always doing something. I would love to say talk to y'all about every day, but this right here don't pay the bills, man. I'm telling you.
It's not yet.
Not yet.
Sure, it will one day. I'm claiming it. But
because I'm ready to retire.
But yeah, we got a lot cooking. So yeah, we might not do one next week. But y'all know me. Got the dancing videos coming. I'm in the works of this film I'm trying to work on. Still in the process of the book, the merch. Trying to figure out the merch part. It's a lot I'm trying to figure out.
That's right, kid. They just don't know about that part.
Yeah, he always. Soon to be collaborating with some people, not only in the dance community, but in the sickle cell community and different other, communities and things like that. Y'all know me. I'm goofy, so y'all gonna probably see some funny videos here and there. I post them on my TikTok. I need to start putting them on Facebook and YouTube and everything else, all my other social media platforms. I'm slowly getting into, I'm already a gamer, but I'm slowly getting to the streaming part. So y'all might see me pop out one day playing video games and stuff. Who knows? It's a lot that, we both working on. We be on the move. We be putting in the work. We got a lot behind the scenes that we working on. Sometimes we just pop out with it. But
you need some sweets too, though. The sweets.
Yeah, my sister. Yeah, that's her. Her brand and stuff like that.
If you don't see her on Facebook, hit us up.
And we'll
send all the information to her and everything, because her business is rolling right along too. And that's the thing. See, we have to be where we can make the money rotate inside the family too.
Right.
And I know sometimes family can be this, but sometimes it helps out to let it rotate inside the family. That's a good thing too. And that's what we want to do.
He said, I love the goofy videos and dance videos are always fire. I appreciate it. Donna said, I'm proud of you guys. And we truly appreciate it. You know, we can't gonna wrap it up, but I know I'm yapping right now. But we really can't thank y'all enough for real. We came a long way and we truly appreciate it. We've been doing this for about what? About 3. I don't know what.
Yours is
going on 3 years.
Yours is 3, mine 2.
Yeah, 3, 2, but we really came a long way. We truly appreciate y'all for being on this journey with us. Y'all watch us grow. We watch y'all grow alongside us. And y'all truly hold a special place in our hearts. Dang, trying not to tear up. But we truly appreciate it. You know, I'm getting choked up on my words.
That's how much we appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
Sometimes a small crowd is better than a bigger one.
Yeah, it's
because we can know y'all by y'all names versus somebody we really don't even know.
Man.
And y'all have stuck with us and been with us from the beginning. Some of y'all, we thank all the one that just came on and added to the group and to the family. You know, we appreciate each and every one of you all. You know.
Yeah.
As my mama say, I love you and appreciate you so much. You send $2. That's my mama say, let me get $2.
We really do appreciate it for real because y'all don't know y'all changed our lives in so many ways. You know it.
Yeah, y'all been knowing Brandon for a while. I just came into the bunch. But no, go ahead.
But yeah, I'm truly blessed and honored to do this, especially with my dad. You know, it means a lot.
It drove me into it. I was chilling. I didn't know yet. I didn't even know he was doing this in the beginning. He was up his Aunt Connie and Uncle William's house. That's when I came. That's when I came on. He invited, Dad, I want you to be on this. Do that stuff. Do that kind of stuff. What are you talking about? And that's when I came on. You know. I talked more now in the first beginning because I was trying to get the fill up. And when we first started, when he first started, we just had his laptop, his phone, and my phone, my tablet. That's how we started. So everybody that want to start something, it don't take a whole lot. Matter of fact, I put it this way: when you watch if you watch any of the the comedian Country Wayne skits, this is what he used: a phone. He don't have no proof. He shared that information. He don't have the proof. So it don't take much. Don't laugh, man.
Love you, man. I appreciate it.
What you said, I got you.
Stay focused.
Yep. I remember the very first podcast. Yep. I should see can I find it and play it. It's a great thing to see. You already inspired me. Don't make me cry, but everybody's gonna make me cry.
Yeah.
You're hardcore.
But I appreciate it, you know. Man cry, you know, I don't feel like you weak or whatever the case may be, you know, put yourself first when it comes to your mental health. And we love y'all, we appreciate it. You know, stay focused, stay positive, smile. Y'all know how I do. Be smooth with it. We out.